First of all, this film has some of the best box art I've ever seen for one of the worst films I've ever seen. It's like holographic Charizard.
Oh yeah, like a Pokemon
Like a
card.
Pokemon card.
I never played the Pokemon.
The entire thing is like this holographic foil.
I mean, if you were
kinda
walking,
look.
if it was like 1993 or whatever, and you were walking in a video store, you saw Zombie vs. Ninja holographic cover, I'd pick it up.
I would,
I'd
for sure. I like on the front it says, "They come from beyond the grave, only the true can stop them."
The true?
The true.
True what?
I guess the true ninja.
You're wasting your breath.
Left for dead, Ethan survives with the help of the local undertaker. Ethan learns that his benefactor is a great master of kung fu. He is also a master of the underworld and able to raise the bodies of dead warriors. When the master opens the doors of hell, only Ethan and another brave warrior, Duncan, dare to stand against the zombie horde.
Very Chinese names.
Yes. We've got on the back this very, very white individual, and some flying kung fu kicks. 90 minutes long.
Of course.
Got this incredible
Well,
box art.
there it is.
They come from beyond the grave to take their revenge, and no one can stop them.
Zombie, understatement. Not a lot of zombies.
I like how the back just kind of outright lies to you.
Or overstatement. They make it sound like there's one zombie.
Right.
And one ninja.
And did I watch this wrong, or did it kind of... I mean, it felt like the zombies and the ninjas were on the same side. Because...
Was he even a ninja?
Who? Let's talk about that first. Okay, so if you couldn't tell, this is two halves of a film stapled together at the seams.
Oh yeah.
We've got, it's somehow or another, these people got a hold of either the rights or just footage for a Chinese film, it was just a kung fu flick, right? And
oh yeah, because I mean, yeah, there's probably the Chinese parts were probably from the 70s or something.
Mm-hmm. But there are very jarring cuts in there. And it took us a little while to realize this, but there are some just white dudes who put on like bandanas and gis, and then swung swords around, and they try to make it look like this is all affecting like the actual overall plot of the whole thing. But really, once you realize that this has no bearing on anything, you can see they just they spent like an afternoon just swinging swords around in the woods.
Now, well, there are scenes where they talk to the main character.
Yeah, it's shot reverse
but they're
shot.
never in the same shot.
No, they obviously just replaced some other character in the film with this other guy.
Ethan, Master T told me everything. If you really want to avenge your father's death, you should have him teach you Kung Fu.
Oh, yeah? Right, that old man, huh?
Don't underestimate him. I studied under him. He's really good.
And for that, it's really pretty fascinating.
Yeah. Well, I mean, this was long before like Kung Pao Enter the Fist with the inserting yourself into a movie type thing.
Yes.
But that wasn't the first to do it. There was another movie that did it, but I can't remember who did that. It's like they pretend that like everything that cast B does has something to do with the plot of story A, but nothing happens at all.
Right.
Oh, don't trouble yourself. We can talk about it later on.
I'm gonna kill you now. You better watch out. Here I come.
There's a very, very racist character in there.
Yeah.
It's uncomfortable.
He's from the Chinese movie. So,
Right.
I mean, it really makes you wonder. I mean, like,
It's very uncomfortable, but it's
Yeah.
like,
I mean, the dubbing people had a hand in that.
yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
It's his like buck teeth sticking straight out, and his accent and everything, really just
Not cool.
not
cool.
not enjoyable.
So you're really alive, I see.
Just what are you talking about?
I just had to make sure, that's all. I'm the coffin maker.
You're the coffin maker? It's no wonder you look so strange, my friend.
Watch out!
No!
All right, I have decided to take you in as my apprentice.
Huh?
Let's talk plot. Maybe attempt to.
There was a plot?
I think it was trying to be like, you remember Drunken Master, like one of the very first films that Jackie Chan was in. That it's the whole thing was like him learning from this master who had this really kind of niche style of fighting, where he I can't remember. Did he pretend to be drunk or was he actually drunk?
I don't remember. I haven't seen Drunken Master.
Oh, okay. Well, anyway, he either pretends or is drunk, and it's like the whole point is it makes him looser and more unpredictable.
Yeah.
So it's trying to be like that. It's like, as the story goes on, this I guess his name's Ethan. I don't know.
Yeah, well, somebody's named Ethan.
He's learning from his master, the racist kind of guy, that how to fight kind of like a corpse.
Was that what that was about?
Remember, by the end, he's like doing the.
I don't remember. I don't. It's all a blur. It was a blur.
It was kind of a blur. I feel
Yeah.
like it's like.
But okay, yeah.
Did we like drop acid before we watched this? Maybe we didn't even like put it in the player, and our
maybe we
minds
didn't-
just kind of
maybe
like
just
played
looked
out
at-
what we
looked at the
thought it was
cover.
going to be. Yeah. I can't help but wonder too. Did they? Surely they didn't have like a translation for this.
They probably
probably
just
made up their own
saw
lines.
the footage and they're tasked to make an English version of it, but they don't have an English script, so they just make stuff up from what they see.
Yes. My favorite scene, and it's really more a line, is for some reason they're just kind of out in like that wagon, and the master's like trying to resurrect his dead bodies to fight the dude again.
Yeah.
And he's like,
Ethan, I gotta take a shit.
and he goes like, he goes off behind like a hill or something, and then he does his like practice to like summon the bodies.
Oh yeah.
You remember that?
Yeah.
My favorite line in the whole thing though was Ethan, the like pupil. He gets concerned because he's gone for a while, and so he goes out to check on him, and he sees him like doing this like weird stuff like this, like
Oh,
trying to
yeah.
summon the stuff, and he goes,
I've never seen anybody like that before. Then again, I've never watched anybody Oh.
I love that.
it was incredible.
told you before, the dragon's fire burns hot.